I mean, it kicks the breaker, shuts the breaker
all the
completely off.
all the breakers kicking out. Do you know why the breaker's kicking off?
It's shorting out. The pump, the bearings are
it's
clearly
because
bad.
This water is stiff.
Stiff. The water's stiff. Turn on. You guys can be president one day. If they have problems with those notes, call me. If they have a problem with those notes, I'll just send the principal of the school video of us on side-by-sides in the trails. Surely they'll understand then. Be like, oh, okay, yeah, no. Everything's fine. Speaking of everything being fine, it does feel somewhat getting back to normal. The fact that they're at least going to school. I never would have dreamed when I got them out of school last Thursday to just take one day off and, you know, go have some fun and then everything would be normal. I had never dreamed how far from normal that would get. And you got to try to put yourself in your kids' shoes sometimes. Like, you know, here I took them out of a normal routine situation, took them to another completely different part of Ohio, put them in a cabin that they're not used to. They lived in this scenario for a few days, had some fun, then come home to a house that's not the same, you know, and then had to kind of see the news and Red Cross and everything up and down the road. Missed school and had a weird day yesterday. And my little one suffers the most from missing school. He does not like it. A lot of you guys out there that know, that was a red light, Bubba. Gee whiz. People don't need their uniforms clean that quick. Autistic people in general just do not like to upset their routine whatsoever. That's why it's so hard to break certain things, right? That's why you see autistic kids have a bottle for so long or things like that. Or, you know, like mine, he's perfectly capable of sitting in a normal chair at the dinner table. And he does when he plays. Like, he set me and her up the other day like it was lunchtime. Like we were at school, and he made me sit at one place and her sit at another, and then he sat in a regular chair and pretended to eat lunch, which was cool. And then we thought that night, like, maybe we can get him to finally start sitting in a regular chair. But it come dinner time and he automatically went over. We set him in a real chair, but he got out of it and went over and got in his high chair. It's repetition. So last night when he went 3 days without going to school, last night he was tough, man. I mean, had a little bit of an outburst when I tried to lay him down for bed. And I know that's what it is, though. And it feels good to know the reason it happened. You know, like, hey, that's what I was telling her this morning. He hates, you know, the routine's off and he doesn't know why, and he doesn't know why he feels that way. And he has all this energy that he usually is able to burn off at school. So that's all it is. Little buddy just wants his routine, man, which is a good thing. I mean, that's the way I see it. When he gets older, he's going to be really punctual, and that's going to help him in a lot of ways. So you gotta look at the bright sides, people. You gotta look at the bright sides. That's definitely the kind of song you listen to outside of a grocery store. What is up, you beautiful people? I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a good day. Honestly, this day's been so long. It's very long. Running all over the place. I can't remember if I even recorded anything this morning. I'll need to look back. Oh, yeah. As soon as my kids got out of the truck to go into the school. So, all right, I'm on top of this. But this is going to be another day where I have to make up for the vlog after work, which is, it is what it is. It's all right. It's doable. Now that I'm filming the day before upload, I've got time to do that. And worst case scenario, I can always go, I guess, last minute on the day of. Don't ever want to do that. Matter of fact, it is 5:44, and I'm getting ready to upload today's video. Number 27. How unreal is that? But I'm stuck between some thumbnails. Today's video is about today, meaning Tuesday's video that I'm uploading right now, is about the fact that my neighborhood was all over the news. Several news companies have been up and down the road. So that's what it's about. But I'm really stuck on these thumbnail options here. So that's one of them from Fox, where I had to, you know, it's got to be something funny, right? So I just put myself up there, old Handyman Frank. Or I went ahead and just completely took this lady and turned her into Handyman Frank, where one of the newscasters was literally on my street, pretty much in front of my house. Or this one, where I leave her alone, kind of paint the picture of what's going on with me standing there like, oh, unreal. And then there's a little Easter egg hiding right there. Handyman Frank, for some reason, I feel like I gotta squeeze him into everything. You guys will just have to either get in a DeLorean and come here now to help me with this. I don't know. Or I'll know here in about 10 minutes in the comments whether or not it made sense. But you can't really tell by the comments whether the thumbnail made any sense or not. And I'm not trying to offend anybody or make a joking matter out of it. Man, I'm just, you gotta have a good time. You can't lose your sense of humor just because something like this happens. But also, there's this thing that YouTube does that it's a 1 out of 10. It's an impression, like click-through rate. And people who really are like into the science of the whole deal, they really take that serious. And I've heard people say that they study hours on a thumbnail just to make sure that they think it's the right one and it's going to get the most people to click on it, which I'm rolling my eyes, but if I really want to pay that truck off, am I right? I just chose one. You guys will see it already before you're seeing this. I hope the one that you guys were thinking is the one that I chose, so that we're all on the same page. I told you I'm going to start uploading these on camera because I think it's pretty neat. I watched another guy do this where he was doing the upload every single day, and several times he uploaded while he was on camera. He uploaded the day prior, and to me it was cool. All right, at 5:49. I don't know where you guys are at this point, but hopefully off work or a safe place that you can actually watch it and enjoy it. Hope you guys had a good Monday too. It was all right. It was just another same thing, you know, in the big truck driving down the road. You see my lips? Did you see that? I almost said semi. But yeah, I had to go in the big truck yesterday, and I just noticed, due to inventory, I got to do the same thing again tomorrow. So hopefully it's not foggy in the morning and it's safe that I can film somewhat in the morning, because it is helpful that I'm in that truck for 2.5 hours one way, because it's not like it's interfering by me recording a little bit. So it's not as bad as if, say, I'm out on a job, like a residential job, where you can't just stop what you're doing. When I built that deck, I set up the tripod, but that's going to be the key to this. And I've heard a lot of people that's managed to successfully do this say that after a while you get into this groove, and I'm kind of starting to feel it. I always have that in the back of my head there, that I'm just doing boring stuff like, I don't know, grocery shopping. But the main thing is to pick it up, and if people want to hear you talk about your day and carry on, then they will. But you never know what could happen, right? That lady back there could pop a wheelie right now in that cart, ram right into me, and snap my neck, and I'd have got it on camera. And you guys would have watched it. And the insurance money I got paid the truck off, baby. Woo! So I reached out to the guy that got hit by a car that was working for me, and I'm gonna see if he wants to do an interview real quick on here. But I got to thinking, some of you guys are probably like, man, we're never gonna see anything amazing on the Gotcha Man channel. We're never gonna see anything like, oh my God, I didn't know that was possible, besides a man's nipples being constantly hard. Jeez. You're probably thinking, man, is this guy ever gonna show us something like one of a kind or like unbelievable? Hold on. Guinness, are you watching? Look at that, son. Look. It's the size of my face. See? And that's just it. You wait long enough, you watch somebody long enough to be like, am I ever going to see anything that truly has this kind of value as far as being interesting? Look at this. Look at the size of that. He just destroyed history. I might have found a used pool pump on Facebook Marketplace.
So that's good.
So like I was trying to tell her in there just now, but I guess she's on the phone with the mother-in-law, is I found a pump on Facebook Marketplace that I think is going to do just fine. A lot of people talk bad about it, and they say, oh, yeah, you can't buy nothing worth nothing on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to tell you right now, some of the best things you can buy is on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm about 95% sure that that's what's wrong. I think it's the pump, because it'll run for a minute, it'll shut off. It'll run for a minute, and when I say shut off, I mean it kicks the breaker, shuts the breaker completely off. All the breakers kicking off. Do you know why the breaker's kicking off? It's shorting out. The pump, the bearings are clearly bad. This water is stiff. Stiff? The water's stiff? When the water's stiff, okay, so let me get this straight. So the water is stiff. And it's not a bad pump. The water's just too stiff for the water. But you're gonna need to move up out of the way so I can loosen this water up. Well, how do you go about loosening it up? Yeah. No, I'll be glad to step away. Well, go and get out of the way, man. Let me show you how to loosen this water up right here real quick. No, I wouldn't jump in it. No, it's Facebook Marketplace. You hear this, fella? Let me show you how to loosen this water up real quick. Handyman Frank right here. Be ready to hit the switch. No, I wouldn't jump in it. Hit the switch! Turn it on! Turn on pump! Turn the pump on! Turn the pump! Turn the pump on! You gotta turn it on as soon as... Son of a bitch. Anywho, I'm still gonna try to change that pool pump regardless of what that idiot says. And most likely tomorrow, if I hear back from the guy, tomorrow's video is gonna be an interview, and I just want to see what all he remembers and how he healed up, and did he get $100-some thousand settlement? Did he not? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I do feel like this video is a little short, but you're going to have a short one here and there. If I'm going to make it to 100 days, there's going to be a few short, kind of weird videos, but tomorrow should be good. We're going to interview this guy. If he did get $100-some thousand, what did he spend it on, right? I messaged him, and I still had a direct line of communication to him, and it said it was delivered. So I'm sure I'll hear back from him. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this idiot dried off, and I don't know. Guys, if you're... I feel like I don't even have to say this, but of course there's no such thing as stiff water. So don't listen to that guy. Yeah, you might have seen him chilling with Roman Atwood and chopping it up with Roman Atwood, but I don't think I don't think he's all there up top. I don't think he's a few crayons short of a full box. You know what I'm saying. But I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video, and that's going to be one more video closer to, you already know it, baby. Pay that truck off. Woo!